have the pomade over here. You can see that it's quite wet. I'm Joost and I'm here today to compare the Uppercut Clay with the Uppercut Deluxe Pomade, which is like the classic one. And they couldn't be farther apart. It has this wet look, but the hold is still great. It's a little bit less than the clay, and that's over here. And you can see that's quite a drier look. So not a wet, slick look, but it's almost like it's holding itself up without having any gel in there. So that's like the difference between the two in the most literal sense. Of course, the texture is a little bit different and the hold is different as well. Okay, so this is the clay and this is the Deluxe Pomade, and they're really different. As you can see here, the clay is quite solid and it's not wet. And the pomade here, this is actually quite wet. Let me get it into frame. It's actually quite wet and not so solid. So the differences couldn't be. I have to really rub this one to get some off, and then you have to warm it in your hand. So the differences couldn't be any larger. And I have to say that this is one of the best smelling pomade I've ever had. And I've tried quite a few. I've been doing my own and my son's hair for a few days now, and I have to say that the hold is pretty great. Especially for my thin hair, my shorter hair, and that of my son's, it holds all day as well. So I don't have to worry about applying another layer of like gel or another pomade again during the day. This product is water-based and it gives a nice amount of shine without losing the ability to hold your hair in place. So they say on the tin that the hold is 7 out of 10 and the shine is 8 out of 10. So if you want to go for that slick back look or shiny spikes like with my short hair, then this is a great product. And this one also smells quite nice. It's a little bit more rugged, more manly than the Uppercut Deluxe Pomade. And I actually think that one smells a little bit better, but this is also very great. Now, this one has 2 out of 10 on shine and 8 out of 10 on hold. So it holds very, very well. It's very sturdy. You can mold it into place any way you want it. So just use a little on top and then a little bit extra on the sides and back for my hair. And when I apply it, you just put a little bit into my hands. It's quite gooey and you don't need to use that much. So this can last for quite some time. Put a little bit in my hands and then rub it all over your hands. Make sure your hands are dry before applying this because it is water-based. Otherwise it would be too wet. Then I apply that to my hair and then a little bit extra to the sides. As you can see, and the hold on my hair is pretty strong. So this is for like an out of bed look. Now the smell is like a strong manly smell. It's a little bit more manly than like a Metro Man than you get from the Uppercut Deluxe Pomade. That's more like a coconutty vanilla smell. And this is more like an earthy smell. You only need just a little bit to do your hair. I just did my own and my son's. And I think this is perfect to use on your hair if you have thin hair, just to get it to stand up. Or like my son, his hair is a little bit longer and you can really make sure that the hair stays to the side.